Do you remember the report I made on the 14th of June last year when I spoke about Merseyside Police Constable PC Daniel Brown, who was caught out on WhatsApp after he sent a message containing a video showing his pecker in a brace and an item inserted into his back door? I'm sure you do. If you don't and you want a good laugh, I will link it at the end of this video and in the description. Well, it appears now that Merseyside Police have yet another degenerate in their ranks, this time a PC Michael Baines, who is accused of breaching professional standards between August the 23rd and September the 15th, 2020 by making sex noises and playing with their genitalia in front of colleagues, and suggested that they would have sex with a colleague and making other inappropriate remarks. Baines faced his misconduct hearing last week, in which his brief claimed that he had fallen foul of political factors in the wake of Sarah Everard's murder. Although I don't think playing with yourself in front of your colleagues is falling foul of political factors, it's more that he has fallen foul of being a pervert. It appears that Michael Baines was still a probationary plod at the time of his lewd actions, so hadn't even made it fully into the ranks before displaying his predatory behaviour. In his misconduct hearing last week on the 24th of January, the panel chair heard an application to have misconduct proceedings halted for abuse of process, as his brief doesn't believe that touching yourself up in front of colleagues reaches the threshold for misconduct. Nicholas Walker, representing PC Baines, said his client was initially told he would be placed on an improvement plan to address his behaviour, and if he shaped up, that would be the end of it. Walker claimed that PC Baines had a legitimate expectation that his case would be dealt with by his superiors at the training academy rather than via a formal misconduct process. It was claimed that Baines even had received an email suggesting that advice had been sought from the Professional Standards Department, which deals with misconduct, about whether formal proceedings should be brought against him, but that the improvement plan would be implemented instead. However, 2 weeks later, Professional Standards Department conducted a severity assessment and decided to initiate misconduct proceedings instead. Walker pointed to a comment made by Detective Chief Inspector Craig Sumner of the Professional Standards Department suggesting the climate after the murder of Sarah Everard and the impact of misogyny on the confidence and trust in policing was taken into account, which Walker claimed to have been political rather than legal factors, which had been taken into account over the course of the severity assessment. James Berry, representing the force, said there had been miscommunication from Sergeant Williams, who sent the email, and that she did not have the authority to make the decision. He said the officer had been only placed on the improvement plan for 2 weeks and had not suffered any detriment by the confusion, and therefore denied that there had been any abuse of process. So Baines hasn't had his misconduct hearing yet, as the panel had taken his application to halt proceedings away to determine whether there had been an abuse of process. They will reconvene on March the 6th, where the panel will give their ruling. Now, this could be really bad. If they find there was an abuse of process, then Baines could be reinstated and then let loose on the public. So you see, police really do seem to struggle to keep us safe, even from sexual deviants from within their own organisation. I'll catch up on this in March and I'll let you know what happens.